Hello, it's Rob here from Woodward Games, just making sure it's connecting and everything like that. How's everyone? It is, what is it, Sunday. I just get totally lost with the day. Sunday here in New Zealand, Sunday evening. How is everyone? Make sure everything's fine. Now I just started at 9 o'clock this evening because with our, Hey, Acebane, what's up? Jack's here too, sweet. Usually we have our youth league starting at 9 o'clock New Zealand time, but oops, just getting caught up here a bit. There we go, that's better. And hey, Slothrop. I was waiting for got it. Sounding a little loud maybe there. Might be me. How about that? Does that sound better? How's it going? I just watched our game. That shall not be mentioned. I think there was a random game on here. Let's go have a look. No, let's not have a look. Look at this here. I just got a bit of a, not a beating. It was a beating. Does that sound better at all? Not as loud? Or am I just shouting too much? So yeah, just got beaten. What is it? Go to match. 7-14 by Wandering Sailors. There we go. You got a try in the first minute. You got old Wolf there causing mischief. Sort of come back. It was 7-0. Ooh, minor injury. Ooh, that's not good. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Try conversion and another. And my lock got injured. And once I lost him, the scrum went downhill. I can't hear you that well over the celebrations in our canteen. Didn't make much difference. Possible I turned it up for something else earlier today. Aha! So that's basically it. Yeah. It's a little loud and crackly. How about now? Or am I sitting on the cable or something like that? Is that better? Testing. 1,999. 998. Does that sound better at all? So there was going to be a game immediately, but get out of here. But there was a conflict in time. I was supposed to have a game against, where is it? Gotta look here. Against Muffin Masters. But he had a league match like at 10 minutes to 9. So there's a bit of a conflict there. And that sounds good. Sweet. Sounds okay to me. Just okay. I have to out. I've got to get this so it sounds better. Okay, we're ready. Okay, I was gonna take you to this here, the website. Hopefully I got the right website that pops up tonight. I was like, oh god, been looking at that stuff. No, this is on the kids' computer. Oh, not the kids, it's the gaming one, but they've been playing around with it beforehand. Okay, so these are the standings. Look at this. Tonight's match is actually being saved to the end because it was going to be the first one now at 9 o'clock. And I forgot something. There we go. All you guys in Northern Hemisphere. Got to do that. Wake you up. So it was going to be at 9 o'clock, but it's now been postponed to after the other three matches, which means we've got this battle for the top of the league, the final match tonight. So that's going to be quite good. What are the matches we got tonight? We have Scotland and Flying Koalas. There's Scotland. He's going back up again. Flying Koalas is going back down. Wandering Sailors and Dathomir. Wandering Sailors, he's in third place. Wants to look how close this is. 22, 22, 21, 20. It's like 2 points between those four. Everyone wants points. Especially Dathomir. And we've got Split Squad. What'd you do to your squad? Blitz-Squad. And Undertakers. Look at that. That's going to be a good battle right here. That's going to be a really good one. When I say okay, I mean great. I'm notorious for understatements. Just like you won fairly that game. Okay, so that's basically what's happening tonight. So this last match is going to be quite good. Let's go back to the fun part. So, what did you guys do today? Get out of there. I'm trying to find my screens. I seriously need a third screen here. Here we go. That's better. What did you guys get up to today? I was just chatting with Chili for from 1 o'clock to about 6 hours tonight. 6 hours today. Always fun. Lots of winding up and everything like that. Okay, let's have a look. I've got... Hang on, just going to make sure it hasn't... This is the one here. No, where? Here. Yeah, that's in 51 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll actually get the other one ready. Guys, enlighten me. How was your Sunday if you're in the Southern Hemisphere? And what do you plan to do for the rest of your Sunday? Here. Oh, next weekend, I should say. Well, actually Friday. It's a Chilean National Day. So that's going to involve some serious barbecuing, like real barbecues, not sausage butchers. Sausages are not a barbecue. It's like you just get slabs of cow, put it on the thing, just like, yeah. That's what I'm going to be doing probably Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because usually it's like, yeah, you do 3 days in a row, sometimes up to 5 days, depends where it falls. And okay, so I'm going to go find the first one. Where is it? It is going to be Scotland. Oh, again, it's one of those. Can't copy that. I'm just copying the match stats, whatever it is. Here it is. Hope everyone's changed their youth squad. You might want to double check. Okay, so this is in 8 minutes. I brought a new album. Saw someone playing an indie game and thought the soundtrack was really neat. Really? An album as in vinyl, cassette, MP3 type album, or some other form? What type? What type of album? Or is that like on Apple stores or something like that? Sun is out. Was tending my garden. Will continue later. Harvesting tomatoes and leeks. Oh, I love the smell of fresh tomatoes. Man, it's just... When I was younger, I had a, what do you call it? A pot plant. Not that type of pot plant. It was a tomato plant. And it was just like one stem stalky thing. It was like a little baby thing, and it grew and it grew and it got quite tall. And since we moved house quite a lot, sometimes 2 or 3 a year, different cities, I'd have it in this big pot, and it just grew. And I just remember the smell of the leaves and the tomatoes, like, oh, so good. I love that smell. And old Jack says, haha, no, setting up the turntable for the LPs was last night. It's interesting how the vinyl records came, like they made a comeback. Or at least it did in Chile. I'm not too sure about here. But in Chile, like about, even like 5 years ago and on, or earlier, later than that, whatever, it was like a big thing, like to buy albums, like vinyl albums. And I know a friend, he had just like, oh, so many of them. And had another friend, or actually someone that from kids' school, he imported vinyl albums and just like loads and loads, and they'll just sell and sell and sell. It's just crazy, the demand for them. I have a tiny greenhouse. They taste okay too. What, the greenhouses taste okay? The tomatoes taste okay. Yeah, we're renting here in New Zealand. So like we can't actually we can't like dig huge holes. You can't have a hangi, like, which is the Maori. You can't dig big holes in the ground and fill them up with hot stones and put food and cover it up with dirt again. You can't do that type of thing here. It's like, because like the owners, they sort of don't like that type of thing. We've got a house back at Chile, but we're renting that one out. So it's like we rent here and they rent our house there. So whatever, works out well. So Scotland and Flying Koalas. Oh, there has come. Sweet. Okay, at least the first match, everyone's changed there. This is Deacon's first match. Oh, he's just come out of the oven. There. Oh, anyone else? Look, and that's his first match too. The scrum half. He's only 20. He's been forgotten. Ah, that's interesting. He's got a new... Oh, look at that. Oh no, it's 0 matches. but he's like 40 already. That's the thing. You have these youth players and you can't really put them into, like, in the main leagues. Well, with my Woodward England, since it's doing so terribly, I might do that. I might start putting some of my youth players to give them experience and everything like that. That'd be cool, because they're going to start needing it. There's a few meters worth of record cabinet at my parents' place. I asked for a test one, so they reached in the middle at random and pulled out Led Zeppelin. I grew up with all types of music. Fortunately, nothing like ABBA or anything like that. Sorry, anyone likes ABBA, just not for me. Just had a thought, is vinyl doing better than CDs now? I probably would imagine so, because I don't know, but people are buying less CDs and more vinyl records. That's what Paul said. I imagine so, really, because CDs, I don't remember seeing a CD on sale. Or maybe at the warehouse you could buy them. You just don't see them. When was the last time you saw a record store or a place that sells CDs and records and everything like that? I've actually just... Yeah. I can't remember seeing one here in New Zealand. I mean, where I've been hanging out and everything like that. There might be one somewhere downtown Auckland. But no. But I remember in Chile there were more because of the CDs, but then they started getting replaced with vinyl again. So you're probably right there. And old Jack says, all types, country and western. My sister's into country and western. God knows why. It wasn't part of the family music scene or anything like that. It was just, yeah. I've always been a rock child. Like sort of grew up not listening personally, but it was on in the background. You had Queen, The Who, Rolling Stones, Rod Stewart, and all of these older guys. Probably not the Beatles at all. Never heard much of them. But a bit of Queen. A lot of Queen. I used to like that. The actual first song I remember was a... Oh no, I'm between two songs. What's the first song that you remember? I can't remember which of the two were first. One was either Bohemian Rhapsody from Queen, when I was really, really young. That would have been when it just came out, which is wow. And the other one was Elton John's Funeral for a Friend. Have you ever heard that song? It's like an instrumental. I think it's from Yellow Brick Road or something like that. And it's a song Elton John created. It's really good melody. It's not for the radio, but it's like this. Oh, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. Look for it later. Funeral for a Friend by Elton John. It's an old song, and I remember it was like I put the record on, and it was on already, and I was lying on the ground on my back, and I was looking up, and I was like, I don't know how old I was, maybe 3, 4-ish, 5-ish, can't remember. And then and my mother came along, and I said, and this song was on, Funeral for a Friend. It's like really airy, but it's really cool. And I said, is this what it sounds like when you die? And my mother's probably thinking, what? How am I going to answer this? Weird things that happen when kids say the most weird random shit, but they're funny. So yeah, lots of CDs. I used to go through. There's a bit of Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin. I remember seeing the Led Zeppelin ones also. Things like that. And when I started getting my own, what was your first CD or record that you bought? What was that one? Old Jack says, I grabbed it from Bandcamp, so I was able to download MP3 and FLAC versions. I saw CDs on sale in the back corner of a thrift shop. Oh yeah. Now that you mentioned it, I have seen CDs on sale here at one of those, like Salvation Army or something like that. Okay, this is going to begin. Scotland. Excuse me, that's the Milo there, or hot chocolate, whatever it is. Hot chocolate, Cadbury's. Oh God, shut up. I forget, this goes on for 2 minutes, 23 seconds. I just got to remember to turn it off. Scotland versus Flying Koalas. And... it's okay, Scotland's got... oh, who's it? Oh, no. Scotland's above Flying Koalas in the table. Okay, so now that you remember it, those CDs on the sale I remember that, and they're like cheap, like $1, $2, or $3. I'm like, oh, I'd so get those, but then I realized when I come to New Zealand, I don't have a CD player here. It's like, where am I going to play these? Oh no, there is one in the car. Still got them in the car though. Yeah, I've got one of those older cars. Me and your sister would get along great, I imagine. Country, was that country and western? It said, oh yeah, almost everything I listened to descended from rock. First song I remember, ABBA. Really, no joke. Which song? ABBA. I would never admit to that. Sorry, I would never admit to that. My first song was ABBA. I'm going to remember that to the end of time. Sorry. You should not have said that. Oh, God. Nothing against ABBA. Yes. It went down to the 22 and he did a dropout. He didn't just grab it and run. He actually did a dropout. Interesting. 0-0 at 15 minutes here. Let me know if anything interesting is happening. I'm reading the chat. Wooders. And it says, what is it? Listen to Descender from... my first song was ABBA. Always some Queen and Bowie. David Bowie was there too. But also plenty of Beatles and ABBA. No, never. I never had the ABBA, for me personally, fortunately. Never had ABBA. I think they may have had a couple of Beatles albums, but I don't remember listening to them. Or I'd never put them on myself. So it was just like, whatever. First record bought, Keep the Faith, Bon Jovi. Oh, that'd be good. I've seen them a couple of times when he came to Chile. Loads of fun. Actually, twice. I used to do English classes with a guy that was responsible for was it VH1? No, Zona Latina. So it's like VH1, like MTV, but based in South America. And he was in charge of that. He was like the president or vice president of something like that. So my wife, we used to always score free tickets to concerts. Oh, we've got some random, like to Madonna. We got just all of these random tickets to I got Lenny Kravitz. I just went to so many concerts. Like some of the people was like, yeah, not really interested, but I'm going along anyway. Used to always give them. It was like so cool. I used to love that. He was he was so cool. And one of the times it was Bon Jovi. He was like, yep, I'm going to that. And I think in Chile we just get so many awesome bands coming through compared to New Zealand, because New Zealand's just like in the middle of nowhere, and it's like it's a bit far. If a big top band goes to Australia, they sometimes decide to come to New Zealand. Sometimes not worth it. But in Chile, it's like Chile, Argentina, Brazil, Rock in Rio time. They'd come, Chile, Argentina, out to Rock in Rio. Get all of these bands, like certain months, one after another. You got the Lollapalooza, also every year, these big names. Lord even went to Chile. It was in one of those Lollapalooza things. I was just like, the music scene and everything there, just bloody awesome. And you just get the stadiums, Iron Maiden and everything like that, the stadiums of 60-odd, 70-odd thousand, just packed. And they're all like jumping and singing and everything like that, even though it's not in their language many times. They're just jumping up and down and singing. It's like, great. Lots of fun. Always, so Bowie, old Dave. First record, Keep the Faith by Bon Jovi. Sothrop, the country and western came later. What got you onto that? Was there like a moment where it sort of like clicked for you, where you suddenly liked it? Because I think with my sister, might have been, they're not country and western, not Hootie and the Blowfish, they're not country and western, there's someone else. I don't know how she got onto it, no idea. One of my favourite bus drivers, I remember, because of his distinctive hat and the fact he had ABBA playing in the bus. Oh, God. And these people are creating memories, first memories for all of these young kids. Oh, look at this, Scotland. He's slowly punching forward. We're not in the second half yet, are we? Or we are. Is this the second half? It is the second half because it's not red up the top. Okay. So Scotland's slowly inching forward there. Let's just say I liked it better than what the passengers will put on their Bluetooth speakers. Ah, yeah. And he's just about through. Oh, someone's injured. Oh, he's going to have a serious player come on now. Who's that? Flying Koalas. Scotland's dominating. Is he? Oh, he didn't quite get across. Oh, look at this. Let's have a look. See how strong his what is it? How strong his defense is. The Koalas, old Steve. Oh, Steve mentioned something in the chat in the comments. So funny. What else we got here? One of my favorite so bus drivers. Let's just say he liked it. Yes, something clicked. I got great taste in music. I'm not a fan of country and western or any. Not really. It's like if it's there and I've got the possibility to change it, I will. Otherwise, like whatever. What I did get into, I had one of those click sessions. Was when I was 16. My English teacher. It would be an English class. My English teacher used to always smell of cigar. Not cigarette, cigar. At lunchtimes, he'd always have a cigar. He'd come in and it'd just smell of it'd like just be reeking cigar from his clothes and everything like that. He's a bit of an older guy. Maybe when I was like, well, not older, like when I was younger, he was older. Like 50ish, 60, like 60ish. For us, it wasn't like 30s or 40s or anything. It was a bit beyond, like 50, late 50s, I think. Oh, look, he's still pummeling away. This is 0-all. What? He kicked for touch there. Did you? Whoa. Okay, interesting. Flying Koala. This is Scotland. Is he gonna make? Oh, look at it. He's through. No, he's not. Scrum. Look at this game. He's gonna push it over. But will he have enough juice? He's got it. He got that thing in his front of the post. He's wrapped up this game, I think. I got my bit of paper here to note down the score. When it's full time, of course. Okay, 7-0. This is like quite a close match. Believe it or not, the first. I was talking about my English teacher, and what he'd do sometimes, he'd put on some classical music in class while we're doing some writing or like a test or doing random things where you couldn't talk to each other or anything like that, or like in our tables. And then like one of the times he put on what must have been a cassette, or I don't know whether, I honestly, just thinking about it now, I don't know where he got where the music came from. Oh, look, Scotland, is he? No. Whether it was it must have been a cassette. Can't have like a LP there. Okay, Flying Koalas is just lost. So Scotland 7. Flying Koalas 0. Very good game. Close score. Look at these close scores. Let's have a quick look at the timeline. Always an injury, minor injury. I've got an injury too from the last game. 74%. Only 7-0. He just stuck there. 43-42. Look at that. Okay, let's go find the next match. The next match is boom. Who is it? Wandering Sailors and Dathomir. Speaking of Dathomir, I wonder how John went with his changing house and everything like that. Probably got no Wi-Fi at the new place. Sometimes happens, you go, oops, without Wi-Fi for a couple of weeks or so. Here we go, we're out. Haha, 5 minutes, more music talk. What do we got? Yeah, so I was talking about my English teacher. When I was 16, I liked that teacher because he used to try and scare the kids. as in like doomsday. He'd be like so into tinfoil conspiracies and the end of the world and how he used to like scare kids. But I used to love it. But he used to put music on. And I remember one day he put on Tchaikovsky, 1812 Overture, and then Romeo and Juliet. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Because we're supposed to do, I think, with some creative writing, but just listening to the music, you can just imagine what was happening and everything like that. It was just like, it was awesome. I was like, and then later, I actually went and got a CD of Tchaikovsky and those two songs and another songs, those, what do you call them, overtures or whatever they are. And from that time I used to like start listening to a lot more classical music. So, and at the same time, a lot of these rock guys, a lot of the rock influences, like, you know, from like like Black Sabbath and probably them, Ozzy. Like he had Randy Rhoads, a guitarist. He was heavily influenced by classical guitar. Then you got the famous guitarists, and a lot of them are influenced by classical music. And it's just like, even like with Metallica and things like that. And it's just like people don't associate these huge, big metal bands with classical music. But sometimes they'll just like copy directly from famous lines. You're like, hey, that sounds familiar. I heard it before by Vivaldi or God knows who else. It's just interesting, this connection, or Dio and some of his songs, like, it's just crazy. But yeah, so it's always, so that's what got me into classical music. So me, I'm into rock, classical music, and at the moment I'm just like, I like wandering around YouTube just finding undiscovered or bands I've never heard of that are like big ones, and just listening to their music, and it's like, oh, I like that one. One of them is called Hammock, which is like instrumental music. Another one's random rock bands, like, oh, I like them. So it's like a bit of everything. It's just, yeah. Used to listen to, what are those? What's that genre? Like some of the new age music, like you got Enya, and then you got, they're Clannad. That's not new age, but whatever. So basically, pretty much anything, except for country music, Western. I don't mind it. It's just like, whatever. So anything else. And my first CD, thank you for asking, yes. My first CD was Rainbow. No, it's not like a puppet kids thingy or anything like that. Rainbow it's formed by the guitarist of Deep Purple. There's also Deep Purple my mum had. The guitarist from Deep Purple formed his own band with Ronnie James Dio. He did a stint with Black Sabbath when Ozzy left, I think. And he just got these awesome guys, and Richie Blackmore, the guitarist from Deep Purple, he's so influenced by classical music, especially medieval music. And now this guy, if you don't know him, Richie Blackmore, he created classic riffs on the guitar. Smoke on the Water, dun 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 dun. He created that. You know what he's doing now? He got all his money. He had all of these in these bands. He created his own bands and everything like that. Now he spends he's like 70 something, but for the last decade or so, he Highway Star and everything like that. Yes, and he like for the last decade has been in a Renaissance band with his wife Candace Knight or something like that, and they play medieval music, and they do tours of castles and playing medieval music, like 15th century music with lutes and things like that, and like she's got a beautiful voice. But it's just like, whoa, this, you associate him with rock and sort of metal, hard rock and metal type thing, and then he's just playing medieval music. So weird. And think, oh, this is Wandering Sailors and Dathomir. Will Dathomir finally get a win on the table, or at least a draw? That is to be seen. So it says, Believe it or not, the first album I bought would have been a New Zealand band that I saw in a Facebook ad. You got sucked in by a Facebook ad. I don't know if I've ever clicked on one of those. I'm just scared where it's going to lead me. Look at this. Wandering Sailors, No Mercy. Here's Wolf. He wasn't nice to me in my league match that we just had. De Klerk. Okay. Not looking so good for Dathomir. And Hendrickson and Hoogie. Look at that. 7 minutes. A try. His name's Richie Blackmore. That's it. So it was like, yeah. So it was a New Zealand band. They were called Alpine Fault. And I think that was their first and only album. Oh. Well, there's another New Zealand band that's out now. They tour all around Europe and the States, but no one knows them here in New Zealand. Oh, what's the name of them? The only reason I've discovered them because you got to... Oh, look at this, Dathomir. Look at this, Dathomir. He just got a try, and he could get this conversion. This is going to be interesting. 7-all. He's like, no more. I'm not going to be your whipping boy. It's because like on Social Blade, you got a list of ranking of the YouTube channels and everything like that. And I remember passing them, look, with the Woodward English channel, and it's like, who's this? What is this? It's like a music YouTube channel. Go check them out. And it's like, oh, I actually like the music. I never heard Like a Storm. Like a Storm. That's what their name is. And just some kids from, they were kids, but they got awesome music, and they're well known in Europe and the States. They tour around, and they're pretty good. It's called Like a Storm. And then, okay, so was he constantly warning you about 2012? That's one of the biggest apocalypses I remember living through. Yeah, that 2012 was sort of interesting times. Look at this. It's Slothrop. He's like, nope, I'm not having any of this. I'm going to deal it to you. He's done it. There's that wolf. That sly wolf sneaking in there. And then, no, he didn't. I don't remember him talking about 2012. He used to say like, look, the price of petrol's gone up. Look, there's war in the Middle East. There's like conflict. And he mentioned, look, this president did something like that. And all of these things, exactly what happened at the beginning of World War I and World War II. And it's just started happening now. So just wait for World War III. This is during the Cold War too, by the way. This is like 80, probably 88-ish, 87-ish, somewhere around there. And it would have been 88. So it's like at the end, like the Cold War is, right near the end of the Cold War, still active, and he was like, no, and he was just saying, no, it's going to be World War III anytime. He used to go on about that, and I used to laugh. It was just, I just always remember the smell of cigar. Teachers, yes. And old Jack said, oh yes, took me a few years before I knew the name of Smoke on the Water and Highway Star. Turned up a lot, yeah. But yeah, it was Richie Blackmore who's really influenced by classical music. It's amazing. Let's go, Dathomir! Ace-a-Bane! Sailors are garbage! Yeah. Jack says, yeah, that's the only time I ever remember clicking an ad on purpose. It's like, ooh! Enlarge your parts! Okay, and Castricum just got, okay, look at this, 19-7 at halftime. That's not looking good for Big Head's come out, Big Head's come on for some other guy and Dathomir's team. 21-7 at halftime. Ooh, Wandering Sailors might be after, he's probably going to get a bonus try in this. Got to pay attention to that. Got to pay attention to this. And it says, no mercy. Ah, yes, old Ace-a-Bane, he's supporting Dathomir. I didn't know he was a famous guitarist, but I've listened to that Renaissance blonde, believe it or not. And some people just don't know who he is. And he was just like, he's like one of those rock, like when you list like best guitarist, or rock guitarist, he's usually appears in that list in the top 10 somewhere. Joe Satriani, Yngwie Malmsteen, he's usually in there because of his influence and the things that he created. And so he's just, he just does, he's used to be a rock star, like a serious rock star. Good. Make me work for it. Aha. But yeah, that's what you said, like, was it an extra 14 points ago? Hey, I know Like a Storm. Really? Their first album is great. Oh, you know them. Cool. Yeah, so they're just Kiwis and they just like went for it. And it's just like, I just watching my YouTube channel slowly going up the rankings in New Zealand, and it got to that Like a Storm. I was like, oh, I'll go check them out, and I started listening to their music. It's like, and their music it's different from traditional, like typical New Zealand music. And some of it he plays like a didgeridoo, a New Zealand band. It's like a didgeridoo. It's like, what? But it's like metalish, sort of rockish. It's just, sometimes he plays didgeridoo, not all the time. But it's just like the technicality of their style of music and the things they do. It's like, it's interesting, really interesting. So, their first album was great. I, as a Kiwi, have never heard of them. I didn't know about them either and I like all types of music. Almost all types of music. And it was like, I didn't know about them until this ranking. I was just like, and the Social Blade YouTube ranking, I'm like, what? It's just, and that's how I got onto them. Otherwise, they don't have any music that would appear or they've got some good songs that could appear on the what is it? Wow, Wandering Sailors is not very happy. They do have some music that could appear on the radio, but it's not really radio music. They're just out to produce music for them and, I know, their fans and that type of stuff. Oh, and he's through. That's the bonus try, isn't it? Interesting to know this. Well, that's going to make a difference too. Where everyone's like, in the league, they're all like compact. And they're like the midsection from 3 to 6, 3rd to 6th position in the league is only like 1 or 2 points difference, 2 points difference. So this bonus try is gonna make a bit of a difference. Okay, look at this. So their first album was great. So Isaac, you have never heard of them. Not many people do. Ace Band, they're from Auckland, I think. Honestly, I'm not too sure where they're from. I remember looking into them before, but they're not here often. They're just, they probably are here in New Zealand now, I suppose. They're probably. War in the Middle East, preposterous. I know, and the teacher knew that, but like, where are these young innocent people that don't know much about the world? Like, oh, he's right. There's like been war in the Middle East since the Middle Ages and before then. But anyway. But like, we're these young 16-year-olds like, oh, they probably didn't watch much TV or the news, like, oh, I remember something vaguely about that. Oh, petrol prices have gone up. They always go up. Oh, and he used to say these things. They used to be go into great detail. It's probably like he didn't know, he didn't have a lesson plan, so he just made shit up. It's like, she's like sitting there smoking his cigars like, oh shit, I haven't got anything planned for these guys after lunch. Oh, I'm just going to make up some weird stuff. Okay, so this was 28-7. This is probably the highest scoring game that we've had. 28-7. Wandering Sailors come out with a vengeance. And look at the timeline. Okay, whatever. Yeah, minor injuries and things like that. Don't know why I look at that. Okay, 4 tries to 1. So I've got to note this. This is a bonus try. Look at that, 91% and a very small 9% there. Next up, we have Blitz-Squad and Undertakers. Okay, let's go find this. Blitz-Squad and Undertakers. Copy this. Oh god, I've gone and lost my thing now. Specify thing. There it is, the code. Chuck that in here. Boom. It's going to work, please. Yes. Okay, out of there. And yeah, sometimes someone mentioned in the Discord is like, I sometimes actually put that dill there in the commands, like, why is it not closing? I press them multiple times. It's not closing, not closing. Then I see all of these accent marks in the console. So that happens to me too. I think everyone's done that at least once. So it's so my team is doing much better than in the first round. Yeah. But you're like third? Where are you? Let's confirm. Let's confirm this. Okay, let's not confirm this. Hang on, I'll find it. Here it is. And ooh, you are too. You're up in third place. And you've got a bonus. Oh, you've just got away from those guys here. You got away from. I know Scotland. He won tonight too, but only he didn't get a bonus point. So you've edged 1 point away from him. And Blitz-Squad's coming up now against Undertakers. That's going to be interesting, this one. Ooh, good. Really good. Anyway, let's go back to the game. So we've got... Hang on. And on my screen... So Paul, your team is doing better this first round because you're like scraping the barrel before. Old Jack says, Van Canto is a fun band. A cappella covers of things like Metallica, Man of War, Blind Guardian, and Alice Cooper. I've seen Alice Cooper live too. It's an interesting experience. He's like must be about 90 now or something like that. No, he's probably like 70ish or whatever. But he's still at it. I actually remember he was at in one of those, the bushfire show that they had in Australia. You know, the Australian bushfires, they did like this charity show with so many performers to raise funds for those that had been affected by it and everything like that. And he was there, and you could actually watch it live. So like I jumped on to watch it live just to see Alice Cooper, and it was like, oh, he's got this cool female guitarist. Man, she's good. She's really good. But he's still there, and he's like 70 something there. He's onto it. Oh, Acerbane says, hey Slothrop, is your default lineup your youth team? Yes, Wolf is there. Hey, there probably should be a minimum size on the possession percentage text. Yeah, I've seen that numbers of times. Yes! Old Slothrop says, yes, both to avoid mistakes with this league and to confuse people scouting me. Aha! Fair call. Hey! Francisco, saludos viejo. Good to have you along. Hello, Chile. What time is it in Chile? What time is it? God, must be some ungodly hour of the morning. What time is it in Chile? ¿Qué hora es en Chile, Francisco? We have a live rugby match starting in 1 minute from now. And we're talking about music. Lots of music. 6:43 a.m. I bet you have not gone to bed. You stayed awake all night. I bet you, because there's no way you get up at that time of the morning. 6:43 in the morning. What's that? Oh, I was talking about the Chilean National Day. Celebrating. We've got 3 days for us. It's going to be... I'm going to, totally be eating loads of meat there. Yep, I knew. So, talking about music... There's another concert I went to. There was Kiss, Black Sabbath, and Slayer in one thing. They used to do these things where they get 3 rock bands or 3 just random bands, and they'll go to Chile or Chile and Argentina and Brazil. They would do that, and they just tour together. And it's just like, these Aerosmith. There was Aerosmith, Dio. And another one, I can't remember. It was like, yes, sip means yip. Exactly. You remember, you always learn Spanish. Now you know something else. Okay, here we go. This is the third match. Blitz-Squad versus Undertaker. We've got Neymar. Neymar is going to kick off. Who needs to win this? We will see. So we used to get some really good bands there. And now, I was actually going to go to the Elton John concert. Because I don't know how long he's going to be alive, man. He came to New Zealand. He's trying to inform us again. Yes, I'm doing the barbecue. I'm totally doing the barbecue. What do you call it? What was I saying? Probably run some random shit. Elton John, that was it. I was gonna go I had the tickets to Elton John. And then he went and got a call. I had like the last night. He played like 3 different concerts. And then it's like, oh. Then he said, sorry. One of the concerts, he stopped it like halfway through because he had a cold or laryngitis or something like that. The next one he cancelled, and then he's like, okay, no more. Okay, we got Blitz-Squad piling in here. What's he doing? What's his tactic? Doing some driving here. Herman. Look at that. He's bouncing out. Not bad. I think, was it Undertakers is on top of the league, isn't he? And he's coming through. Oh, look at that. Slightly edging forward. After this match, we have the top of the table. First place versus second place. Oh, it's going to be a good one. Oh, ball's lost. And he's got it back. Undertaker's got it back. He's saved. Maybe. Maybe he's safe. Maybe. Francisco, what type of music do you like? That's something I like about the music in Chile. You just have music in so many different languages, in Spanish and English, and Portuguese and Arabic and French, whatever's top of the charts in many other places. Rock, good. And you just got such a variety. I remember listening to a girl, oh god, I can't remember. I got a CD back there she sung in Arabic. I'm like, wow, this is cool, but I've forgotten her name. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's like, oh. And it's just like, you just get to know so many different bands from all around. Los Jaivas, it's like a band that's been around for like 40 years in Chile. And it's like they pass it down through the family. Like the parents started this band called Los Jaivas. And then their children took over. Like the drummer died, I think. And then so the son or the daughter replaced the drummer. And it's just like, wow. It's just gone on like that. It's quite interesting. Really interesting. You listen to Los Jaivas. They're good. Haha, yes, only about half my bands have English as a native language. I bet you like some of the German ones. Am I guessing correctly? There's some just... I only understand the lyrics half the time, even if they are in a language I know. True. Some of the songs in English is like, what did he say? Sometimes, like the kids or the wives say, what did he say? It's like, don't worry, I don't know either. I have no idea. And they're like, phew, I thought it was just me. But you got some good band. What's a good rock band? Francisco, a good Chilean rock band. Los Prisioneros, but that's like from the 80s. You got some really catchy music. What I did when I went to Chile in 94, 95, come back, I know I had some CDs and things. And when I worked in the bar, I had the jukebox, and I put these CDs of some rock bands in from Chile in the jukebox, or just like a variety. And people actually played like, oh, I like this. Or I played it to the bar manager and like, oh, this is good. And other random people, it was like, they used to like it. Mecánica Popular, that's one. Halftime, 0-0. Lucy Bell, oh, they're the good. You got La Ley, The Law. That's yeah, sort of rockish. The people in New Zealand, they used to, when one of the CDs I had was a band called La Ley, and they had some good music, and they were quite famous all around, not just Chile, but all around Spanish-speaking countries. Los Tres, the Three. Oh, there's just so much good music people miss out on when you just only listen to English music. It's like there's such good music and bands and things like that. It's just, and I just think, because like for example in France, you know, most of the chart-topping things can be half French, half English, or whatever, you know, or anything like that. Oh, look at this, Blitz-Squad. Does he get it? 3 points. Ooh, this is good. And if you start listening to the top 40 and some of those songs, they're like cool. They're really cool. And it's just like, oh, why didn't I know about this before? How did I not know these guys or this singer or this whatever? And the thing is, you just don't know. That's why sometimes I like listening to, I look for just random bands on YouTube, or sometimes I listen to radio stations. There's like on internet, you find like live radio around the world, and you just zoom in the countries. Like, okay, let's go to Italy today. Let's go look for a radio station in, I don't know, in Milan or bah. And then it's like, okay, which one looks good? 95 rock, must be rock, thank you, bah. Or classics, or you don't know, you click it anyway and you listen. Okay, now they're talking too much, I'm going to change it to another one. You just go through and you listen. Oh, that song's quite good. I used to do that a lot more. Just find radio stations and listen to song, like, you know, local music, and that's where you discover cool stuff. Okay, Blitz-Squad. Is he going to get the line out? Ooh, he's got it. Now, is he going to push it over? Is he going to do it? Driving. Oh, he's just about there. He's very close. Only 15 minutes in this game. Wesson. Neymar. Oh, Neymar got pushed back. Driving. Herman. Is he going to get this try? Is he going to get it? Oh, look at, he's just inching closer. He's just getting there. He's got 10 minutes. But if Undertakers gets this ball back, he can run. He can still get that try or something like that if he gets the ball back and runs the field, of course. Driving. Everyone's driving nowadays. Driving. Is he going to get it? Hang on, I'm going to look at that I'll look at the chat in a moment. Oh, look at that. He's just so close. Holding on. Just so you know, Francisco, this version of the game is in beta. Esta versión del juego está en beta at the moment. Okay, look at that. He's right on the try line. And he's there. Oh, no, he's not. Lost the ball. Scrum, who's got it? Undertakers has got it. Slowly going forward. It's not enough. Expansive. Now, if he just breaks through. Nope. He didn't get through. He won't kick it out. He can't kick it out. Or will he? No, he's not. Ooh, is he? What's going to happen here, guys? Is Undertaker's going to pull off the miracle? Look at that. He's in his own. It's not happening. He can't get out of his 22. He can't kick for the side. He kicks and it's out. Game over. So, Blitz-Squad, this is a good game. 3-0. Dum. Let's look at this. Continue. The timeline. No, look at this one here. 64% to 36%. Nothing in it. Meters gained 367, 357. Francisco, you can also have this in Spanish if you want. You can just go here. You change it to Español España. And then things change. Okay, sometimes. Here it is. Mercado, Uniones, Plantilla. So you can change it to Spanish if you want. Some of it's changed. Velocidad, aceleración, agilidad, resistencia, potencia. So that's, you can have it in Spanish, which is a cool thing. Some things need to change. It's working. It's a work in progress. So you can change it down there. I'm going back to English. Or should I go to... I'll just go Italian. Have you got any Arabic here? Russian? No Arabic. Okay, I'm not going to do that. And I changed... Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, now we have the grand match of the night. It actually worked out well that there was a conflict in the time. Ooh, 1 minute from now. Muffin Masters. Look at this. Look at this. The website. Woodward Games, 30 points. Muffin Masters, 30 points. Ooh, this is going to be good. This is going to be really good. Let's go back. This is going to start any moment now. I have a few that I go for when I want to think at the same time. German I know too much of, but Russian and Italian are perfect. Can't understand a word, so it's not distracting. German. Was it Ramstein and things like that? Russian and Italian. Oh, got some good Italian ones too. Russian ones, yeah. I do. I pay attention to the language. I want to decipher the languages always. Okay, here it comes. Oops, where is it? Muffin Masters versus Woodward Games. Hurry up, kick off. The music's annoying me. Kick the bloody ball. Yeah, ciao. That's enough. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here. I got the ball. Yes, yes. Vindiri, Vaikona. He's going through. I thought I lost it for a moment then. Tennant, Wankanatoga. So there are songs I've been listening to for a decade, and every once in a while I notice I understand an entire line. And that's good. That's really good. That's really good. You can actually pick up things. I know some people, for example in Chile, I say, wow, your English is very good. How did you learn? Just listening to songs and watching TV. I'm like, what? Because just some of the songs they repeat, same lyrics and things like that. If you really like it, or sometimes they actually study the lyrics to learn. It's interesting. Except for the modern songs. It's like, shake it, and they repeat shake it 5,000 times and that's it. Okay, I should actually be listening to this. Watching this. Ooh, lamb's come off. Lamb has come off. Not good. Okay, come on. Okay, Muffin Masters. He's on his home ground. Ooh, I'm visiting. There's Ant Anus there. Oh, Francisco says, buena. And Jack says, not helped by how we keep adding things to the translator. Okay, exactly. Just you add new things. Come on. Oh, mate. Come on. Lopetti. Marchand. Oh, look at that. He's not letting me go through. 0-0, 20 minutes. Vindiri. Go, break, run. Look at this. He's going to go through. Come on. Oh, look at that. He's getting mugged by about 20 people. There's only 15 on a team. I may be exaggerating. Oh, God, I lost my screen here. I went to click something out. He just about broke through. Tennant. Arabic would be an interesting one to add. We don't have any right to left languages so far. Yeah, you might want to check that out. Because, yeah, it does go from left to right. I learned a little bit of Arabic. I can write it. No idea what I'm saying. I can connect the letters and everything like that. But it's just so hard learning vocabulary. So hard. Okay, 0-0, 30 minutes. Pass it out. Topu, go through, come on. Oh. For the playoffs also, no cards, correct? No cards, just youth players. Those playoffs, man, they're gonna go any direction possible. It's gonna go anywhere. Venduri, Ola. Look, I've got a player called Ola. Did you see that, Francisco? My player's called Ola. Vaikona. Oh, look at, did you see that? That hurt. I felt it from here. I felt it from here in the cheap seats. I learned English from text adventure games. Seriously. So the first things you learned was how to cut people up in English. How to put swords into people's guts. It's interesting. That's really interesting. In Netherlands, you got Dutch. Ooh. Okay, come on. Oh, is it this week? No, next week. This week, coming up. It's Maori Language Week. That's something I really, really want to learn. I started creating some lessons about it. And charts and things like that. But, I just want to. I'm just itching. It'd just be so cool. I actually went to buy some Maori food. Like one of those hangi trucks. I went up there, because since I use my Spanish version of make sure to pronounce the vowels and everything correctly, and they looked at me as like, oh, they were surprised, like this white Pākehā kid, like actually pronounced the words correctly. He's like, oh, they were surprised. I said, yeah, just like learning things. Okay, Vaikona, get close. Look at this. If I can get some points, even if it's a drop goal, I don't care. Just a dirty drop goal. I can handle that. Keep pushing. Pick and goes. 10 oh, I heard the whistle go. Not good. Oh, Francisco says, I'm learning with the lyrics. It happened. A lot of people do that. Deep lyrics from Stephen Wilson. And yes. Old Slothrop. Oh, Paul, in our game, in our league match, your scrum was really good. I wasn't a rum master in that game tonight. I wasn't. Oh, go! Oh, look at that! So close. We're in the first half. Look at that! Look at the time. 59:60. Look at the time. Go. Is he through? Oh, look at the time in the first half. This is just like crazy. Vaikona, just about. Come on, one more push. Bring that baby out. Yes, Wankanatoga. He's 155 kilos. I've still kept him. His 155 kilos helped him get over the line. They couldn't bring him over. I can't miss this. Phew. Safe. Okay, yeah. Clearly I need to learn more before trying to add that language. Knowing adventure games, you learn how to use a hose on a ballpoint pen to create a grappling hook. You just learn so many cool words, I imagine, from that. D&D helped too. Yes. You don't know the word for children? Just say gremlins. The gremlins. You don't have gremlins in D&D. Orcs. Hey, orcs. You smell like an orc today, so go have a bath. If you don't know the word for kid, works. Okay, I'm 7-0 up. I'm happy with this so far. But look at this. It's the second half has only just begun. D&D helped. I say it again. I looked the other day. I was like, I had to wait in the car for an hour for someone. Is it going out? Phew. And I took a D&D book with me, the Dungeon Master's Guide, so I can have a look at the Dungeon Master. I started reading and going through it. It's something I seriously want to do again. But just a lot to learn. Oh, he's through. Is he through? Look, he's through that. Oh, close. Very close. Ooh, there's that guy again with the rude name. What's going to happen? Driving? Okay. 2B or not 2B. Where's it going? This can go any... 2B's just about through. Lobby, just about. Come on. Tenant. Ah, this is so good. But yeah, but for D&D, you need to know a lot of vocabulary for that, like for descriptive vocabulary. You know, just describe, like for the Dungeon Master, describing the scene, and you got to know. Well, you just need to know a couple of words if you're like one of the players. Stabby, 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 stabby. No, just kidding. You actually got to know, it's like, and the Dungeon Master says, "What are you going to do?" And you're like, "Oh, I need to know how to say drink in English." Drink. Okay, so you want to drink that ogre's that ogre's testicle. Whatever. But yeah, you actually do need quite a good vocabulary for that. I mean, you don't need it, but it helps. It helps a lot if you want to live in the deepest. You haven't met Stab him. Stab him, stab him, stab him, stab him. He's the name of my new character. He's going to be called Stab him. I like it. And you know, I draw my sword. Standard reaction to everything the DM says. You come across your mother-in-law. I draw my sword. Your childhood romance that you have not seen in 20 years comes to you with this loving look in her eyes, and she slowly comes towards you. What do? I draw my sword. I draw my sword. The king says in the court, "No weapons allowed. What are you going to do?" I draw my sword. Okay, look at this. I'm so close. This could be the decider. If I push it over, I'm sweet. Yes! Thank you. 12-0. With this try, I'm safe. When it's 7-0, might not be good. Who the hell's did Blabber? I don't even recognize that player I have. 14-0. Awesome. I'm happy with that result. So those are the games this evening. Whew. So I've secured my top place for now. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Timeline. No. Match stats. 90%. Wow. 603. That's crazy. That's a huge difference. Whoa. That's just nuts. Oh yeah, we still need the ages on here. But whoa. Who's the guy that came on for me? Or was it on? Oh, I was on his team. That's why I didn't recognize it. Okay. Interesting. So, it must be a trap. I draw my sword. To be fair, that king was probably up to something dodgy. Why else would he want us disarmed? I know. If they ask you to leave your weapons at the entrance of a pub too, it's like there's something suspicious going on in there. I hate it when they do that. It's just the worst thing ever. Anyway, so that's this round of what round was this again? Can't even remember. Round 10. This was round 10 of what we've got. Four more matches. Hang on, four more matches this round. I just want to double check if everyone is ready for tomorrow. I was going to check the Discord, probably. Just checking. Oh well, I'll look in the Discord later. Round 11. Oh no, well, I'll find it later. We'll know. So So yeah, look, we've done 10 whole rounds. Everyone's accepted in the games and sent the invitations. Thank you, everyone. That's awesome. That's really good. Sometimes like really tight, but still, I've got no more hair to lose, so that's whatever. Yeah. And so we've got 4 more times, and then this is the last week of the rounds. So we've got tomorrow, and then next week we've got like probably like 3 possible matches. It's the playoffs. So not this week, next week. Playoffs are coming. That's going to be exciting. It's like direct elimination. I've got to still create the thing, the playoff thingy for whatever for the website. I must do that. I will find time for it. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming along this evening for another exciting episode of Blackout Rugby Unofficial Youth League. Until next time, hope you guys have an awesome week. We'll see you tomorrow night for round 11. Hopefully, if you can, sweet. If not, no worries. But it's always more fun when you guys are in the chat. Until next time, thanks a lot and have an awesome day.